is about locking up the lumbar facet joint. So what I'm trying to do to the lumbar facet joint is get them to come together and compress against each other, so the whole time throughout the thrust technique they're essentially locked up to each other. So the way we do that is we're going to induce a side bend in motion through the spine to her right. I'm going to ask you to cross your arms just like this for me. I am going to side bend her to the right as well as rotate her counter, so rotating her to the left. And what I've done to her lumbar facets are side bend right, rotation left, and that's a closing pattern for the right side of the facet joints. So theoretically right now her lumbar spine should be locked, and the only appreciable movement that should happen is through the sacroiliac joint. The thrust itself, always best to be on skin, but my palm of my hand goes right into her ASIS. I lift her up off the table just to clear her sacrum, her pelvis from the table, so I have something to push through. And then I'm just going to ask her to take a nice deep breath in and let it all the way out. And as she lets it up, I take up the tissue slack, and at the very end I just impart a quick thrust technique right there. Individuals with that acute locked back syndrome have really, really good results with this technique. Okay? That thrust right there was probably a little bit slower and all that, but I was just doing for demonstration purposes. It should have been a little bit quicker, but